Welcome to the first ever episode of In the Game, your only source for everything U of H sports here on the campus of the University of Houston. I am Mason Pratt.
And I am Robert Guerrero. Let's get started with the big news around campus. Houston quarterback Case Keenum has been granted a 6th year of eligibility by the NCAA. Keenum will lead the Cougars next year, looking to be BCS busters.
Meanwhile, in basketball, the men have lost 3 in a row after winning 5 of 6, and the women move to 8-0 in conference play and remain undefeated.
Men's baseball and women's softball starts up. The alumni game is the 12th here at Cougar Field at 11:30. The women will open up play at the Houston Hilton Plaza Invitational against Michigan, Ohio, Stephen F. Austin, and Southern Illinois.
We've got a lot of highlights to cover, so let's get to them.
Adam Brown hit that 3 to start off the game, and the Cougars never trailed UCF. Adam Brown had 9 points in that game. Central Florida came in a perfect 18-0 and ranked 18th in the country when they came into Hofheinz. The Cougs managed to hand the Knights their first loss of the season after leading the entire game and being up by as many as 18 points. Houston was led by Kirk Van Slyke and Samal Nixon, who both scored a game-high 17 points. Van Slyke went 3 for 5 from behind the arc to get the Cougs out to that big first-half lead. Mo McNeil and Alanis Harris came off the bench with a combined 29 points. McNeil provided a spark in the second half to keep the Knights at bay. The game brought in one of the bigger crowds of the season because of the Knights guard Marcus Jordan, son of NBA Michael Jordan, and also they were sporting that undefeated record. The Cougs got the win in the end after a tight second half, 76-71, and improved to 1-1 in Conference USA play and to 9-6 overall.
Mo McNeil starting things off with a dunk there, cut into an early Tulsa lead. Then Zamal Nixon gets that bucket to go. That would be his only made field goal of the game. Shot just 1 for 6, still finished with a team high 14 though. McNeil getting it done on defense too with that big block. He finished with 3 swats on the game. Then, in the second half, Cougs come out at halftime on a 13-4 run, including this Alondis Harris steal and the easy layup on the other end to give the Cougs a 35-34 lead. Then, next trip down, Thibodeau going to give it up to Adam Brown, who gives it right back to Thibodeau for a wide-open 3, pushes the Cougs lead to 4. Thibodeau shot 3 for 4 from downtown, and the Cougs would use a late 11-3 run over the final 6.5 minutes as they pull out the win 64-57.
The Cougs faced off against UTEP Miners in a hard-fought battle here at Hofheinz. There were 8 lead changes and 12 ties during the game, but the Cougs still fell to UTEP 57-52. Adam Brown led the team with 22 points, and Mo McNeil had 4 monster blocks in the second half, but yet the Cougs still lost and dropped to 3-2 in Conference USA and to 11-17 overall.
Cougs playing host to the Golden Eagles. Keep your eye on Porch Landry. Misses the initial layup. Courtney Taylor gets the board, can't put it in. Then Landry sticks with it, gets the offensive rebound and the putback, gives the Cougs a 10-point lead early. Then Landry going to blow right by the entire Golden Eagles defense, which leads to an easy layup for Leslie Mason. Then Mason going to go to work down low. Just could not be stopped inside the paint. She finished with 20 points alongside Courtney Taylor for a team high. Then Mason showing she can do it all with the steal there and the assist as she finds a wide open Brittany Scott for the bucket. Then later on in the second half, Brittany Mason finds an open Brittany Scott on the other end, even catches the cameraman off guard. Cougs go on to blow out the Golden Eagles 78-59.
The Lady Cougs came into the game a perfect 5-0 in Conference USA play as they met the Memphis Tigers here on campus. The Cougs were led by Brittany Scott's game-high 20 points and Courtney Taylor's MVP effort of 19 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists as they dominated the Tigers in the second half to set up an 81-65 victory and improve to 6-0 in Conference USA play.
Exciting game when the Mustangs came into town. Pick it up in the first half. Cougs already up 8. Landry gets the bucket to go and 1. Pushes the lead early to double figures. She finished with a team high 16. Always 2 sides to a game. Things running smoothly for the Cougs, but check out the bottom of your screen. SMU coach Rhonda Rumpola not happy with the way things are going. visually upset at her team, she would finally take a timeout to make personnel changes. Then, late in the second half, Cougs down 3 when Leslie Mason finds a wide-open Brittany Scott, who hits the three-pointer to tie the game at 67. On the ensuing inbounds play, Brittany Mason comes up with a steal and is fouled. She would make both free throws to give the Cougs the lead at 69-67. Now, with the Mustangs needing to make a play, just 12 seconds left, the inbounds play goes wrong again. Landry comes up with a steal, and it would be all free throws after that. All 5 starters finish in double figures as the Cougs complete the comeback 72-67.
And welcome back to End the Game. Let's talk about the men's basketball team, which has been struggling as of late.
Losers of their last 3. They lose a tough one at East Carolina, a game they led most of the entire game, lost it in the last few minutes. Lose at Rice after a miracle 3-point shot almost at the buzzer. Can't get it together in overtime. They seem just shocked. They can't get over the hill. Lose at home to UTEP. Like, what is this? What is it going to take for this team to put some teams away?
It's been rough, man. It was basically 3 straight home games for them to break away in CUSA, with that game at Rice just being pretty much across the highway. They couldn't get it done. They need to get the rebounds. They need to step it up. It seems like they can't put teams away in the last.
They can't. They can't. It doesn't seem like they can get a defensive rebound to almost save their life. Too many offensive rebounds. What was it? They allow 12 to Tulsa. They still win that game somehow. Out rebounded 41-34. UTEP, they get 14 offensive rebounds they allow to the Miners to the 3 for the Cougs. I mean, you keep giving teams easy opportunities like that, you're going to lose games.
It also seems like they're relying too much on Adam Brown. In the last minutes, it seems like nobody can get a shot off except for Adam. And when Adam does get a shot off, it's not a good shot. They need to move the ball around. They need to get it down to Mo or Kendrick. Whoever's down there in the post needs to establish themselves and get easy busts.
They definitely struggle getting into their offensive set most of the time. Turnovers, too. A lot of turnovers, especially in the second half. It seems like they're in games in the first half to halftime, and in the second half, they just seem to almost fall apart.
Also, crowd needs to be there. All home games, it just has to be.
Absolutely.
It just seems like the crowd dies, what little crowd there is. And on most nights, it seems like there's more alumni from the other school than there are students from
It's hard to have a home court advantage when your student section is comprised of maybe 100 people. You're not going to get the crowd noise that you need to rattle some opponents. And there's sometimes, there was an article in the paper the other day that the other team shouting defense was louder than the home crowd.
Yeah, that was definitely the case against UTEP. And the Rice game actually seemed like a home game for us, so at least we're better in Rice, but that's not saying much. The women are undefeated in Conference USA. They're 8-0. They're just tearing everybody up. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, it took a little bit of a miracle finish the other day against SMU, down by 6 at under a minute to left. 3 straight turnovers by the Mustangs just inbounding the ball. How does that happen?
I don't know. That's fundamental basketball. That's the first thing they teach you when you start dribbling a ball when you're 5 years old, how to inbound. And SMU couldn't get it done. The girls hit their free throws. They got the win.
And this team seems to be successful because they push the ball.
They run the ball up and down. Courtney Taylor, Brittany Scott, those girls get the job done. The rest of the team rallies around them, hits the big shots when they need to, and they feed off each other's energy.
Absolutely.
The big news. Case coming back. What does that mean for our campus?
For the campus, I think it means a lot. I think for the university in general, it's not just the football team or the athletic department, it's the entire school. Obviously, when he went down, you could see it in the crowd. Like, fans almost stopped coming to games. Case, once he went down, it was almost like the fans almost kind of gave up on this team, that any chance of being successful.
Also, having Case being in the Heisman hunt with another Houston native, Andrew Luck, that's going to be big for the area, the city. Also, we want that bigger conference. We want the Big 12s. We want the Big East.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That's why they're trying to get this money together for obviously building a new stadium over Robertson, renovating Hallfines. They're trying to move to that next level. Absolutely.
So us as a student body, we need to get out there and support our guys. Make sure everybody in the country knows who we are. let's throw it out to Priscilla with the fans in UH Fan Zone.
Hey Cougar fans, Priscilla Riojas here, bringing you Fan Zone, where it's all about you, the fans. We get your insight on the latest games and highlights, and we ask you hard-hitting trivia questions and see just how well you know your Cougar sports. So, let's get started. Hey fans, we're here with Frederick. He's a business major here at U of H. So Frederick, our basketball team's doing pretty well with an 11-8 record. What do you think our chances are of getting invited to the NCAA tournament?
I think we have pretty good chances this year. You know, we are on a roll. We lost the other night, but I think we could bounce back and get invited to the tournament.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
We're here with Manuel. He's a freshman here at U of H. So Manuel, what are your thoughts on Case Keenum returning for his 6th season here at U of H?
Man, Case Keenum, he's a great quarterback, and I think he's going to boost this Cougar offense, and, you know, we'll go places. Hopefully nationally ranked, hopefully a bowl game. So, yeah. You.
All right, thank you.
Go Cougs.
Woo!
Usually I'm not the typical sports guy, but after seeing, you know, U of H improve in their games, including football, I've been getting more into it, into the Cougar spirit. So go Cougs, you guys.
Woo, go Cougs. All right, thanks, Ty.
No problem.
Can y'all name 3 famous U of H sports alumni?
You can go first.
Clyde Drexler.
Oh, Hakeem Olajuwon.
And one more.
Carl Lewis.
There you go. All right, good job. Woo!
Thank you.
Well, that's all the Fan Zone we have for you today. I'm Priscilla Riojas, and remember, go Cougs. Back to you, Mason and Robert.
I'm Mason Pratt for In the Game. Joining us this week, our Athlete of the Week, Nick Haywood, sophomore guard. We'll talk to you for a little bit. Your family has some pretty deep roots here with the basketball program. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, you know, my cousin, well, my mom's first cousin, Coach John, he was a part of the Barcelona Gym team here. You know, we were a close family, whatever, so.
So seeing his jersey up in the rafters when you play, practice, shoot around, that's gotta be pretty special, right?
Yeah, it's very special. You know, I have a family member that's close to me that's have made his mark here at the University of Houston.
Okay, and is that family tied to U of H? Is that what went into your decision to pick U of H over some of the other schools that were pursuing you? Or what went into that decision?
Yes, it did. You know, because of my cousin, he was a part of here, and half of my family also lives out here in Houston, Texas. So it's a great fit for me.
Okay, you're a prime example of a student athlete, National Honor Society in high school, National Honor Roll. You're majoring in computer information systems, not one of those athlete-oriented majors. What are you looking to do after college?
Oh, you know, get a real nice job. You know, something dealing with technology and computers. Growing up, I love fooling with like computers and technology, just put stuff together.
Play a lot of video games, that kind of stuff. Okay, a lot of guys have a backstory, a superstition with their jersey number. You wear number 5. Anything significant there?
Actually, so when I was younger, I was wearing number 22, but you know, when I got here, it's retired by Clyde Georgia.
Right.
So
Can't wear that one.
No, but my older brother, when he played, he wore number 5, so I just wear number 5. You know, my older brother was
Okay. We'll do a little bit of rapid fire. You up for that? Just quick answers, whatever. First thing that comes to your head. All right?
All right.
Okay. Your favorite athlete growing up?
Ginobili.
Andrew Ginobili. All right. Name something you love about U of H.
The academic part.
Okay. Now tell me something you can't stand about U of H. Tell me something.
Something I can't stand about. The parking.
The parking. I think you get a lot of agreement about that with the students. Song that gets you the most pumped up for a big game.
The new Lil Wayne song, 6 Foot, 7 Foot.
Okay. And name one song that you would be most embarrassed to find out if people found out was on your iPod.
The Carrie Hilson, Pretty Girl Rock song.
All right, that'll do it for us. I'm Mason Pratt, Nick Hayward. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
That was a good job, Mason. I did not know Nick had ties to the Phi Slamma Jamma days.
Yeah, like he was saying, former cousin to former point guard Michael Young back in the day.
Also, good job hustling back to the studio.
Yeah, I mean, I try. I used to run track back in the day. It's not a big deal. You got to do what you can for the show. Got to be quick.
Well, I want to thank you guys for watching us this week. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for all your Cougar athletic updates.
I'm Mason.
And I'm Robert. Remember, don't just sit there.
Get in the game. We'll see you.